Welcome to the channel. Today we're doing Sigrid, God Favored, First Strike, Protection from God Creatures. When she enters the battlefield, exile up to one target attacking or blocking creature until she leaves the battlefield. Pretty tough commander to do because they know she's coming. Usually that's Sigrid's best quality. So we've got a deck built around her. We've got a lot of enchantments, a little bit of removal, and a very, very aggressive deck. So we can still try to take advantage of her by forcing them into situations. All right, let's get in and try it. We'll do a little bit more of a good look at the deck after the video. So if you're looking for that, go ahead and check out the end. This looks good. We've got a Tome and a Daxos. We assume she's going to come down at least a couple times. And be attacking. So often when you're playing her face up, as in having the opponent know what you're going to do with her, a lot of the time you have to remember they know that she's there, and you have to force them into a situation where they are thinking, uh-oh. Uh-oh, I need to take care of that. I assume they're not going to block in that situation. If I were you, I would take the extra step of, attacking first. Maybe they will block after all. Cultivate before the Maya goes down, which to me means that they don't have enough land to get her out, because usually you want to put your land down and then cultivate with her out. So you can get that extra 1/1 token. Going to be a lot of 0 to cast things, so this will probably be even. We want the Tome down, so let's start here to be able to get enough mana for what we want to do next turn, and a little bit of extra damage. And be able to put the Tome and hopefully Sigrid down at the same time. Okay. Seven. And what we want to do is attack with a creature. And I should have put the Tome down first, just in case they did block. I didn't think that they would. That's something we want to take. Again, the problem with her is that they just get it back. So Maya doesn't generally run with a lot of fights, and their creature destruction is pretty limited, so we might be able to get away with that anyway. If it were me, I'd be playing Maya right now. Yeah. So she's odd. Lotus Cobra's even. Shadow Spear is really good on Sigrid because she has First Strike, so she'll get Trample, First Strike, and +1/+1. Generally all things you want to see. We want to attack with her to draw an extra card. We also want the Halvar down. Fortunately, we're not going to get both. What is Tome of Legends? See if we have anything we want to use. No, but that'll be good. Resetting Maya a few times generally can get you a win pretty easily. At least when I'm playing Maya, the deck really revolves around her being on the field. So If you can take her off, it's pretty good for you. So Skyclave Apparition's a great draw. Definitely prefer to get Halvar down next turn to get this to be double strike, gaining lots of life and doing lots of damage. But as you can see, the board just gets out of control instantly with Maya on the field. So probably don't even have a chance to do that. Putting the Apparition down puts this up to 7, 3/7, so it makes it pretty safe to attack with. Takes away the minus, or makes all these 1/1s and a 2/1 again. So that's probably going to be pretty safe. Unless they kill Sigrid and get their Ashaya back. Oh, nice. I'd consider trading for the dog if I wasn't holding such an important creature here. If they get Ashaya back, that's going to be pretty big trouble. It's 1 point off of the Skyclave Apparition, so we can't grab it with that. So if the dog dies and then we lose Sigrid, then that's a problem. The other thing is, it's just really not a big deal to take 5 damage being at 31. We don't have any spells in the deck that... no, we do have a few life gain. We have the Angel Replicator, but since we don't have any out, I suppose that's safe. Could put the Lava Brink. Okay, that's a little bit more trouble. Out to get past all these even things. Now that that's an odd one, that's a little different, isn't it? Let's take away their +1/+1 and draw a card. I could put Seasoned Hollowblade out. I think it's more important to get that land drop right now, though. Oh, she's 5. Oh, no. That's right. I'm just so used to going after a 2/3, like, that's fine, you can hit a 2/3 with that. Okay. Maybe I would have played Halvar this turn if I would have realized that. That's unfortunate. Since we can't, let's just try to hit that land drop. Fight as 1 is good. So we can go in. This is a demigod and a human. So we can give them both indestructible. Hopefully he'll block with the McKindy Ox. No. Wow, okay. So I still don't want to use the dog. I think I will. No, and I can save that. I mean, maybe they don't know first strike, but that's not a problem at all. Then we can kill Maya if he attacks in again. Destroy. Suppose this is where the dog dies. Save that up as a backup. Okay. Nice strategy, not too bad. Oh, no attack. Okay. Well, that's a surprise in a way. There's the land we wanted. Really need to be going in and attacking with Sigrid. So we could do that first. I think this is a fairly safe play. And yes, we're going to keep it. Can I not put it on her because she has protection from white? So would I have to move the Shadow Spear now? Okay, so you can start to and then decline, but since she has... Oh, that's so cool. No. Just with her. And probably block with the Ox. We want to double strike as much as we can to the face. We don't want Sigrid to die. This is the only way to protect, so... sure. And we'll just hold that open since we wouldn't be able to play it anyway. Just remember to draw a card at the end of their turn. We just played a 1 to cast instant, so they might think we could have another one available. And who gets this now? Let's give it to Daxos for the... Okay. Didn't note the person's name. Is this the same deck? I really want more creatures, but at least Hollowblade's a good creature, and with the Maul, he's a god. Practically. Rune of Sustenance is a interesting card here. We're running a few things that improve enchantments, like Halvar and the Pegasus printer. So it's probably worth running here. You want to play it, though, when you're pretty sure that your opponent can't do anything. It's pretty safe right now. So we'll just give them that, and then double strike next turn. We might be able to just end this before they get going this time, especially with the Maul. Okay. They might not want to block here. We'll test them. We can move something over onto Halvar if we don't give him... Well, that doesn't help. Disenchant. I don't think we have much in here that can disenchant. Skyclave. That would be one. I think let's use this turn attacking to the face with an amazing creature. So many games where Maul just wins. It's very good. And if they don't have an answer, that will be the case. Even if they can't remove Halvar, even if they do have an answer. Okay. What is this? That's right, that thing. Wow. Okay. Well, maybe it would be a good idea to grab the Hollowblade back, have something to put the... So we want Clarion Spirit first. And maybe Tome of Legends should have probably come down earlier so we could take advantage of this. We just need a couple of 1/1s and then the Maul, and We'll finish them off pretty quick. Be doing 5, 6 next turn with just the Maul and the 1/1. Putting the Maul on the Season Hollow Blade most likely. That's a pretty powerful turn. Refills the whole board. Drawing a land gets us Tome out, and then we can finally put Sigrid down. This might be their Maya turn. Oh, or perhaps a Reach creature. Watch out for that Gargaroth. Nice. Can't attach the Maul this turn, and we don't have enough to discard unless we want to get rid of Tome of Legends, so it just puts them off a turn, but still pretty good. And we really don't want to trade Tome of Legends. We're so low on cards. None of these are really tradable, so I think the only thing we can do is just pink them for 1. Pink. The other option there would be just to wait a turn. Okay, are they going to go after Faith's Fetters? I certainly would be. Accidentally hit their own Gargaroth. Please. No such luck. Seven, 7. That puts him outside of Sentinel's range plus Maul of the Skyclave on Season Hollow Blade. So that's really unfortunate. And a Beast, which for me that's probably the best of the options. Could all block, but these are all valuable creatures. Okay. One card ruins our whole plan, but hopefully it also ruins theirs. Sigrid ready to go. They still get their card. Let's see if they can protect the Gargaroth or kill Sigrid. Either way. Okay, so now they still lose the enchantment at least. That brings them down within a more reasonable. And they got their own spirit. Okay, what can you do about that? They're targeting Sigrid. Can't attack or block. Oh, and an exile effect when they decide to get it back. Okay, so they've got enough to pay that right now. All the answers, huh? Okay, Banishing Light. There's another. 6, 7. 5, 4. We need one more card to be able to get Sentinel Eyes, but Sentinel's Eyes back. We hit our land drop this turn, so we don't need it right now. Suppose whatever we do, we're only going to be able to do a little bit of it, so let's just see what we get. Angelic Ascension isn't that bad. Okay. Let's let this go, and then let them draw another card or make another beast with the Gargaroth, and try to Sigrid them again. See what comes next. This My deck has a little bit more removal than I expected. Okay. Maybe we'll have to just hit him with the Faceless Haven and the Clarion Spirit then. I don't know. It's a lot of attack. The benefit of Sigrid is it gets to block the 2/2. First strike it down, barring any tricks, which they've had plenty of so far. So we shall see. I don't mind taking quite a bit of damage here, though. Okay, a Scry in the middle of battle with no land out doesn't worry me. Turgrid. At least we've got 3 creatures ready. This is going to be a heavy removal fight. I think we can safely start with Speaker of the Heavens before Selfless Savior. Maybe even the Envoy before we get the dog out. You know what? Before next game, I really need to fix that. I spent all that gold on those fancy lands, and I'm not using it here. So, now that I've got all that glitters, I want it on the Speaker of Heavens, so I think having the dog out first is pretty important before I go trying to enchant. That way I can Transcendent Envoy for 2, and then all the glitters will cost 1. Having 3 lands next turn, play that all at once, and save the Speaker from the inevitable. Not right now, at least. Maybe they've got a Bloodchief's Thirst. Nope. Okay. I'll also get Runeforge Champion out and cast the Rune next turn. Okay, all the eggs in one basket. Let's see if we can make it pay off. This is an enchantment, so all that glitters counts it as one of the +1/+1s. Another way that enchantments are paying off in the deck. We've got quite a few. This has turned into more of an enchantment deck than I thought it would be. Need to get up to 32. So that's going to happen next turn. Don't see any reason not to attack with them. Let's go ahead and we could Faith's Fetters and just be safe. Or we could gain just a little bit of life with an extra enchantment. So either way, we're getting up to the right amount. I think we'll get that board presence and hope they don't have a... He also allows you to cast for 1. His second ability, you may pay 1 colorless rather than pay the cost for runes. Yeah, lifelink. We already have lifelink on that one, so it doesn't help. Let's put it on the flyer. Draw the card. And hope they don't have a Blood on the Snow is what I was saying. Playing right into it. If they do, Extinction Event hits almost everything also. But that diversifies just a little bit. Sometimes a 4/4 can end it. Blood on the Snow at least leaves us with a Speaker of the Heavens. We don't have 6 land out, it looks like, and probably didn't have any move. Sometimes it pays off to play into things. Okay, Koma. Yeah, it's always a balancing act, how much you want to play into theirs or just put your best foot forward. Like, a lot of the time, you'll be playing around their removal and, you know, just all this different stuff that they could do, but especially in Brawl, them finding the Extinction event in a 60-card deck is a lot less likely, right? So the chances that you're going to put your best foot forward and they've only got 2 to 3 board wipes in their whole deck, it's gonna pay off for you a lot more than you might be used to if you're playing. Let's draw another card. If you're used to playing in, there we go, and get some life. If you're used to playing in like best of one, standard, something like that, then yeah, they're most likely going to have that board wipe right when they need it. But in Brawl, it's a different enough situation that I wouldn't worry about it nearly as much. Let's see. I'm not using Snowland, so we don't need Redain out right now. It would be nice to get this out and then have another 2/3 with Lifelink. Could save the Flicker of Fate open. Could make this a 4. Let's see, that does the most damage. Okay, let's put Redain out anyway. We need more of a board presence to be able to get things going. All That Glitters gives +2/+2 at this point. So that's definitely something we want to be thinking about. If we can get Archon of Sun's Grace out before we play any of the other enchantments here, it's definitely going to benefit, though. Nope. Flicker can be nice. It'll get you another thing with your enchantments. Gotta be careful not to destroy your own stuff with it, though. Sigrid doesn't need to come out yet. Do we want to put this on? Usually I'd want it on my lifelinker, but I think it's better to diversify threats, because whatever the All That Glitters on dies really fast. And we've already got a lifelink over here. You can win with 3 mana with this deck. 4 is better, though, obviously. 5 would be nice, too. Okay, we've got an answer to the Midnight Clock if they keep going with it. Let's see. Let's just use this as a land. Definitely hoping to get more value out of it, but gotta have that Archon of Sun's Grace down. Okay, if they were going to counter anything, we hope it's that. And the only real hope with this deck against Koma is just aggression. Try to kill him as fast as you possibly can. That puts him out of the 7, so we definitely want another enchantment down next turn to give All That Glitters another +1. So they probably do end up countering here, but I think it's important to try 8, 9, 10. So we've got one more turn before the Midnight Clock goes off. Let's try to kill him this turn. Just do 8 to the face. Okay. Another Turgid. Very similar hand. This time we're on the play, so even a better situation. We won't have the 2 mana before we have the Selfless Savior down. That eliminate Extinction Event and whatever else. Again, want to protect before we put all that glitters down. Ideally, we find something with flying. He's going to need to be able to jump over something this turn. I think they've got a creature play. No. Okay. Good, good, good. Put the Faceless Haven so it can attack next turn. And I think we'll just start this here and go. As you've seen, a lot of the time Sigrid doesn't come out. She's held back as a threat. Okay. Alright, see if our aggression and good draws keep paying off. Layla. Remembering, oh, this one, yeah. Casting an artifact gets you a blue 1/1 creature, flying, death touch, lifelink, and +1/+0 to all your others. No creatures here. I was so focused on their commander. I think that could easily lose us the game. Yeah, not good. This already has lifelink, but we need a creature. I suppose drawing that next turn would have been okay. Things are looking up a little bit. We can play Daxos next turn with the banner, so maybe we'll just take out their Tide Skimmer. Probably play Alayla. We're just kind of wanting a creature down right now. Okay. So they've got lifelink, we've got lifelink. I think let's stick with our plan. That'll get a +1 for the first strike. And we can still kill Alayla next turn with either Kabira Takedown or Faith's Feathers and get an extra 1/1 Spirit token with the Kabira Takedown, and it'll be a 2/1, so that'll be pretty nice in the air. Either way here. Could Angelic Reward on Daxos. I really like the idea of equipping this, so we've got lots of different things to do. I think going for the extra 2/1 creature is pretty good here. Why can't I Kabira Takedown? Or did it go straight to the attack? What happened there? That's weird. Oh, you can't play more than one spell. Right. So Clarion Spirit is pretty worthless, right? Okay, before they cast anything else, no, we can't do it. Would have had to do it in... Okay. Let's just get rid of Alayla for this turn. Make our next attack a little bit better. Might even need to Faith's Fetters the Archon of Emeria. But maybe not. Okay. Maybe not. Can... Just power on through. They are pretty aggressive, so maybe this will just win us the game next turn. Plus that extra health. Really? Daxos. Without putting Alayla down first. Oh. I don't understand, but that's okay. So what can you do about this? Not much. She's not a flash creature. No. Why wouldn't you play your commander there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Discard the Sentinel's Eyes. Glass Casket the Croxa. Glass Casket a 6/6. Start with the Clarion Spirit. We don't want it to die. It's a really good creature, but if we can start pumping out some 1/1s, that'll be nice. We might just play Croxa. And bring it back. Nope. Does it go in the graveyard? Nope. We want to just keep forcing discards. That's probably fine. I'm not going to be able to cast 2 things this turn and get any value out of it. I think I want to land down anyway, just in case. And the Giant Killer could be pretty good value, so... Off. Okay. Should be Casketed Vargoth. Okay, another land. Could get Sigrid down off of the block here. Might be worthwhile. Trample is good there. They block and the trample's damage still goes through because you take them off the field, then they've got 0 protecting. Okay, I think I do want this last land down. Put Redain out. And hopefully they don't have a Flame's Wrath or something like that. Is that 4 damage to everything card? Okay. I want Varagoth back. Understandable. It's also kind of cool because you force them to keep using all their removal on a recurring creature. That can be pretty nice. Another land. Wow, okay. That might just be the same situation then. See if they block again. Might not bother. Yeah. They can still boast here. We could even just flash her in at the end of the turn if they don't attack. Might be worthwhile. Maybe they just Croxa and force us to discard. Okay, we can't casket that guy. He is trouble. Might just want Sigrid down. Can still deal 2 damage over the top of him. Just take 3. Him fighting this creature isn't a problem. Let's see if they can boost him up. Ooh, that's tough. I think just having another creature is good. Okay. Gonna play it safe. Does this help, having another land down? Not really. Okay, so we'll take 3 here. Still do 4 to them. They didn't block. Should have definitely blocked there. That creature has indestructible. Oh, we've got the Shadow Spear. Of course. Yes, yes, yes. That's what it is. Gain control. Untap. Haste. 2 mana. Okay. They can't sacrifice it, though. Can they? 2 red? I don't think so, no. 2 mana of any one color. Oh, they could have if they had the card. All right. Fine. 7. Yeah, maybe just putting out Sigrid that other turn would have won us the game there, but that's okay. All right, back for the wrap-up on Sigrid. Undefeated today. Just so you know, I don't cut games unless I have a really good reason to. I'm interrupted. I have to walk away from the computer in the middle of one, and I don't get to finish it. That might be a reason, but I don't ever cut them. So you can rest assured that was a full win streak with Sigrid. That being said, I don't think she's so good that she will just win every game, of course. Pretty good day for Sigrid, though. Very surprising showing. If you're playing against a meta that has lots and lots of removal, she might not be good. But then again, like we were talking about before, she can bait and get rid of a lot of their removal. You can cast her 2 or 3 times in a game without too much trouble. If you're having to recast her a lot, I'd think about putting a little bit of more, ramp. This is in because it's still good and it's a little bit of ramp for these few creatures over here, and the few times when you're going to want to cast multiple things in one turn, it can be nice to have. But if you're getting up to having to spend 7 mana It's kind of hard to get in this deck because it's a very aggressive deck and we don't have a lot of ramp. Go ahead and put 1 or 2 mana stones in, something like that. Glad we didn't draw it, didn't need it at all. This could be cut. if you want to just go all in for the attack, put in another small creature, a 1 to cast, maybe even a 3 to cast. Get as much value as you can. Faceless Haven was a good threat on the board. We didn't end up using it, but people were watching it a couple of games and playing around it. Let's see. What else was good? I felt like Giant Killer was going to be good a couple of times. Didn't end up doing a lot for us, but it did kill one creature in a very clutch situation. Of course, the Selfless Savior with the Speaker of the Heavens was amazing and just won a couple of games by itself. Shadow Spear was a huge threat. If you don't have one of these, I'd say it's if you're going to be brawling a lot, it's a must-have. Things like if they would have gotten their Coma down, being able to get rid of the Hexproof or Indestructible is really important a lot of the time. You'll be playing against Heliod with this deck pretty soon. I think that her rank's going to raise enough to be able to get into the Heliod ranks, so just things like that are going to be really important. Yeah. If you don't have all the cards in here, just skew toward smaller creatures, really aggressive, overpowered. This is an enchantment-based deck where we've got Archon of Sun's Grace and the Halvar to take advantage of those, and then some other things on the lower end that are enchantment creatures or things that take advantage of enchantments. All that glitters just wins games a lot of the time by itself. So yeah, enjoy the deck. Good luck. Have fun.